Ever wondered how to grow healthy houseplants indoors? There's a certain joy that comes from nurturing plants within the confines of our homes. It's not just about adding greenery to our personal spaces, but also about cultivating life. And while our indoor garden brings us satisfaction, it requires effort and a good bit of knowledge to help our leafy companions thrive. So, are you ready to embark on this green journey? Today, I'll share my top tips for growing happy, healthy houseplants indoors. Choosing the right plant is the first step to successful indoor gardening. Now, let's delve into the art of selecting the perfect houseplant. The key to making the right choice lies in understanding the light levels in your space. A plant's light requirement is just as important as its need for water and nutrients. For those less illuminated corners of your home, consider low light-loving options such as pothos, Chinese evergreen, peace lily, or the robust cast iron plant. These plants are quite forgiving and will do well even when placed away from windows. For those spaces that bask in medium to bright light, consider welcoming palms, ferns, crotons, or dracaena into your indoor garden. These are plants that thrive in sunnier spots, so feel free to place them closer to your sun-kissed windows. And finally, for those of you lucky enough to have a bright southern exposure, you have the opportunity to house sun worshippers like succulents, cacti, or orchids. These sun-loving plants will soak up all the rays they can get and reward you with stunning displays of growth and blooms. But remember, it's not just about choosing a plant you love. It's about finding a plant that will love the conditions you can provide. Each plant has its own light, water, and care needs. So when you're at the nursery, don't just be swayed by a plant's good looks. Take a moment to read the care tag or ask for advice. Just as you would not adopt a pet without knowing how to care for it, don't bring a plant home without understanding its needs. This way, you're not just bringing home a plant, but a new member of your indoor garden family, one that's bound to thrive and grow under your care. And remember, the best plant for you is the one you enjoy caring for and watching grow. So be adventurous, explore different types of plants, and find the ones that resonate with your indoor gardening style. Choose plants that suit your indoor conditions for best results. Your indoor garden is a reflection of you, your preferences, your care, and your commitment. So choose wisely and watch your indoor garden flourish. The size of the plant should match the space you have. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about providing the right environment for your indoor greenery to thrive. If you're working with a smaller area, like a shelf or a tabletop, petite plant varieties can fit right in. The polka dot plant or air plants, for instance, are compact yet make a big impact. Now, if you're looking to fill up vertical space, trailing plants are your best bet. Picture the lovely tendrils of philodendrons or spider plants cascading down from hanging baskets. They lend an air of enchantment to any room. Of course, if you have ample floor space, why not make a statement? Larger plants like the fiddle leaf figs or monstera can truly transform a space. They give your indoor garden a sense of grandeur and can become the focal point of the room. Remember, every plant needs its own space to shine. Scene script: proper potting and watering can make or break your indoor garden. Let's start with potting. You see, containers play a vital role in the health of your houseplants. It's essential to use containers with drainage holes. These holes allow excess water to escape, preventing the soil from becoming waterlogged, which can lead to root rot. Now let's talk about the soil. A quality potting mix is key to your indoor plant's happiness. I recommend mixes that contain peat moss, perlite, and vermiculite. These ingredients ensure excellent drainage, aeration, and nutrient retention, all of which are vital for your plant's growth and development. Once you've got your container and potting mix sorted out, it's time to water. Watering thoroughly is crucial. Imagine a gentle rain shower that soaks the soil evenly. That's what you're going for. Pour water slowly until it begins to drain from the bottom of the pot. But don't let your plant sit in water. Make sure to dump out any excess water in the saucer to avoid waterlogged roots. Here's a common pitfall many budding indoor gardeners fall into: overwatering. It's a well-meaning mistake, but one that can be deadly for your plants. So how do you strike the balance between too much and too little water? Well, one tried and true method is to check the soil's moisture level before watering. You can do this by simply sticking your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's still damp, wait a little longer. But if you're new to the plant parenting scene or just want to be extra sure, a moisture meter can be your best friend. This handy gadget can tell you exactly when it's time to water, taking the guesswork out of the equation. Remember, improper watering causes more houseplant deaths than anything, so give your plants the right start with proper potting and careful watering. And don't forget, every plant is unique. Learn to understand their needs, and you'll be well on your way to a thriving indoor garden. Scene script. Feeding your plants and controlling pests are crucial steps in indoor gardening. So, let's dive into how we can do this effectively and keep our indoor garden thriving. First up, let's talk about feeding your plants. During the growing season, it's essential to provide your indoor plants with a balanced diet, and the best way to do this is with a liquid fertilizer. Why liquid, you ask? Well, liquid fertilizers are easily absorbed and quickly put to use by your plants. Just remember, when it comes to houseplants, less is more. Using a half-strength solution can prevent nutrient burn and allow your plants to slowly take in what they need. When it comes to choosing a fertilizer, look for one specifically made for houseplants. This will ensure it has all the necessary nutrients for healthy growth. Now, if you have flowering plants like orchids or African violets, they'll likely need more phosphorus for those lovely blooms. In that case, reach for an indoor plant bloom booster fertilizer. Now that we've covered feeding, let's switch gears to pest control. It's a harsh reality that pests like spider mites, mealybugs, and scale can quickly damage indoor plants. The key here is vigilance. Always keep an eye out for any signs of infestation. If you spot any critters, it's time to jump into action. Separate the infested plants from the rest to prevent the pests from spreading. Then treat the affected plants with a solution of insecticidal soap, neem oil, or horticultural oil. These treatments are effective against most soft-bodied insects and can help your plants recover quickly. Remember, the best defense is a good offense. Regularly check your plants for any signs of pests and take action at the first sign of trouble. This proactive approach will keep your indoor garden healthy and vibrant. In conclusion, feeding your plants and controlling pests are two vital aspects of indoor gardening that you cannot overlook. It's all about providing the right nutrients and maintaining a pest-free environment. That's how your indoor garden will not only survive, but thrive. Stay vigilant for pests and feed your plants regularly. Maintaining humidity and regular grooming can keep your indoor plants looking their best. Now let's dive into the world of humidity. Many indoor plants originate from tropical regions, and as such they thrive in a moist environment. To recreate this tropical atmosphere, consider using a humidifier or perhaps a pebble tray filled with water. The evaporating water creates a humid microclimate around your plants. If you're more hands-on, you might prefer daily misting, but remember, moderation is key. Too much moisture can lead to mold and other problems. Switching gears, let's talk about grooming. Just as you wouldn't neglect your own grooming, your plants need the same attention to look their best. Over time, dust can accumulate on leaves, reducing their ability to photosynthesize efficiently, resulting in less vigorous growth. Wiping the leaves with a damp cloth every now and then can solve this problem. Next, pay attention to dead or dying foliage. It's essential to remove these promptly as they can attract pests and diseases. Plus, they're not exactly a sight for sore eyes. Lastly, don't hesitate to trim back overgrown stems. This not only enhances the plant's appearance, but also encourages a fuller, more compact growth. Think of it as giving your plants a stylish haircut. In conclusion, remember that humidity and grooming are not just about aesthetics. They're about creating a healthier, happier environment for your indoor plants to thrive. Proper grooming makes a big difference in the look of your indoor plant collection. Now that you're equipped with these top tips, you're ready to grow your indoor garden. Remember, it all starts with choosing the right plants for your space and light conditions. From pothos to palms to succulents, there's a perfect plant for every corner of your home. Mind the size too. Small ones for your shelves, trailing ones for hanging baskets, and statement plants for that floor space. Don't forget about their watering needs and always use containers with drainage holes and quality potting mix. Keep pests at bay and remember to feed your plants with a balanced liquid fertilizer during the growing season. And of course, provide that all-important humidity and regular grooming to keep your indoor plants looking their best. Have any houseplant care questions? Don't hesitate to ask. And please, show your support by subscribing for more videos like this one. Happy growing, plant people!